Breaking news. Two Kpai bombs orders recovered as gunmen attack another police station in Anambra state. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wonderful people. Good morning from this location. Wherever you are joining us from today, please go to the comment section and give us where you are joining us from. Do not forget that this is Let's Talk TV. Let us give you the news in details on things trending and happening in Biafran territory. The news reads: 5 unexploded improvised explosive devices bombs have been recovered from the scene of gunmen attack at the Umunze police station, Orumba South local government area of Anambra state. The police public relations officer of the state, SP Ikenga Tochukwu, disclosed this in a statement made available to newsmen on Monday, in which he said the yet-to-be-identified gunmen attacked the station in the early hours of the day. According to the police spokesman, the arsonist invaded the police facility with the improvised explosive, shooting and also causing all kind of issues that left 2 dead. We continue with the news. While noting that joint security forces comprising the police, army, navy, civil defense and other security agencies who recovered 5 unexploded improvised explosives at the scene are currently on the trail of the arsonists. The police spokesperson also revealed that the State Commissioner of Police, SP Naha Obono Itam, had visited the scene for an inspection of the incident. The suspected arms proscribed group invaded the police facility with improvised explosives, shooting sporadically, and fire caught part of the station. Unfortunately, 2 of the office police operatives on duty during the gun battle in a bid to resist the assailant from causing more havoc paid the supreme price. Their bodies have been recovered and taken to the morgue. Meanwhile, the Commissioner of Police, SP Naha Obono Itam, visited the scene on a spot assessment to reinforce and reassess security deployment. Calls on anyone who has any information that will aid the investigation to come forward. He also assures utmost confidentiality to any such information in this regard. Please, the statement reads in part. Yes, and that is that on that issue of insecurity. But we go further. Let me just give a brief headline of this particular news. As DSS cracked down on IPOB, they call them IPOB Nigerian terrorists, arrest commander with 600 rounds of ammunition. Yes, I gave this news on one of the video I posted last week, so you can actually go and check that particular video for that information, for that news in detail. Now on other news headline on things happening in Biafran territory, before we go into the major issue that we've been addressing since today, we'll be addressing now viral video. Army denounces torture of Captain Adewale by suspected IPOB operatives. Yes, this is based on that video I posted of that Zoo Afonja police, Captain Adewale, that was caught by the Biafran Liberation Army, not IPOB operatives. There's a difference. I keep on clarifying this. There's a difference. The army, the Zoo Army, have come out to denounce him that he is not a current soldier. He said he's not a current soldier. It's actually crazy how these people continue to deny all this. You don't need to deny it. I know that soldier will be treated in such a way that they will even remove him from the army. That is sure. That is how the Nigerian government do. They keep on finding a way to hide some certain things. So that is that on news headline and issues trending in Biafran territory. We'll give you more of the issues and trending gist happening in Biafran territory as we continue with this important information concerning Onyendo Mazenam Dekano's wife. Please enjoy and make sure you share this video to as many groups and platforms as possible. God bless you.
Now, I want to use this medium to congratulate the Biafra Liberation Army. I want to use this medium to congratulate Biafra government in Republic government in exile, BRGIE. I also want to use this medium to congratulate the Prime Minister, His Excellency Simon Ekpan Joko. And then above all, I want to use this medium to congratulate every genuine Biafran, every Biafran supporting the BRGIE for the liberation of Biafra. All these congratulations go to you. Before I read what I want to read now. Over the years, have we been calling on the Zoo Janjaweed military, the government, and its media to stop referring an established government, a national government in exile that controls the territory of Biafra as IPOB? We have been calling this website has a lot of advertisement. I don't know why. This website has a lot of advertisement. So now I will have to read it quickly so that we can escape here. So we have been warning them, both the Janjaweed and their media, to stop calling the Biafra Liberation Army Eastern Security Network. We have been telling them this, but they have been paying deaf ears to our warnings. Today, they have finally addressed the Biafra Liberation Army with their original name. That's why I said, congratulations to all of us. Today is the first day that the Janjaweed addressed the BLA with their original name. Now listen, they said here, the Nigerian army has asked Amnesty International and the International Criminal Court to take immediate action and hold the outlawed indigenous people of Biafra and its sponsor, Simon Ekpa, accountable for crime against civilians in the southeast. Listen, I don't want to analyze this. I'm going to deal with this. I will deal with this probably tomorrow. If I make it to be live tomorrow, I'm going to deal with it because there are a lot of things to talk to expose here. So many things need to be analyzed here because this whole thing doesn't gel. It doesn't gel at all. So now, but let me take you straight to where I wanted to show you that made me congratulated all Biafrans. They said here, the statement reads, the Nigerian army has taken serious note of a disturbing video circulating online, posted by the self-acclaimed Prime Minister of IPOB. Listen, what I'm reading now is not, actually from Punch newspaper. I'm reading their publication, but the content of this publication was extracted from the official statement of the Nigerian army. This website has so much advertisement, I don't know why. Now, excuse me. Now, sorry, hold on. I think I've gotten it for now. So, do you know what happened? The statement is actually from the Zoo Janjaweed, not just a publication directly from Punch newspaper. Now, they said Simon Ekpa is the sponsor of IPOB. Although the same Zoo Janjaweed also said Prime Minister, now they change it and put of IPOB. You see that? They change. When they say self-acclaimed Prime Minister of, they said IPOB. Instead of them to say Prime Minister of Indigenous People of Prime Minister of Biafra Republic Government in Exile, they say Prime Minister of IPOB, because they are afraid to use the right word. But it did not end there. At least they have acknowledged that Mazi Simon Ekpa is the Prime Minister. Now, look at this place. They said, in the appalling footage, an ex-soldier, I told you I'm not going to analyze these things. I will analyze them later. An ex-soldier, Corporal Toriola Adewale, who honorably retired from the Nigerian army 6 years ago, was subjected to brutal torture by, listen, was subjected to brutal torture by the so-called IPOB/Biafra Liberation Army. Anakukwa keba. Anakukwa riaka eba. They called our men, finally, Biafra Liberation Army. Like as I said before, this statement is not from Punch. This statement is from the Nigerian Janjaweed Terrorist Army. Forget about the IPOB they put here. Forget about these ones. They have, it is no longer ESN. That's what I want you to understand there. Before, they would have written, though after listening to me now, they might go back to their, they always live in the past. Now, before it would have been IPOB, this slash you see here, the next one would have been IPOB/ESN. Are you paying attention, my people? But now, they have been forced to recognize our men, to recognize who we are, to recognize what we are doing, to address us by our name. Aye belugo, aye febego, aye ne fezi efe now, aye ne bembecha, mbecha ka aye ne becha. It is good that they begin now to acknowledge it publicly, so that by the time after the declaration on 2nd of December, they will be able to know who is dealing with them. It's very, very good that they do what? They begin now to recognize it. Now, we will go back to Madame Frontal Lobe. Let us go back to Madame Frontal Lobe. Please, I want you to like and, of course, welcome other people by making sure that this very broadcast is located in your various platforms, and, of course, share it to other platforms like groups. In any group where you are, whether WhatsApp group, Facebook group, any group at all, make sure that the group where you are receives this very gospel this evening. Very, very, very important. Now back to Madame Frontal Lobe.
So, but let's leave respect. Let's leave age by the side. He has managed to call upon Nnamdi Kanu. You said Nnamdi Kanu is you are his disciple. You are the Kanu disciple. You insult his wife. You insult his child.
Mazi Simon Ekpa has never for one day insulted or even mentioned the name of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's son. As a matter of fact, I am not certain if Mazi Simon Ekpa knows the names of the children of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I don't know the name. In fact, I don't know the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's children. I don't know them. What I'm telling you is pure. Chukwu okike abịama bi n'eluigwe bịa mi witness. I do not know the children of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Somebody told me that, not somebody told me, I used to hear from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that he has 2 children. I don't know if it was from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu or not. I don't know. But I used to hear that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has 2 children. Then, when he was kidnapped, there was a rumor that this same Delilah gave birth, which was not convinced whether the child belongs to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu or not. These things now I don't know about it because I don't care about their family matters. I don't delve into those matters. It has nothing to do with Biafra. Are you paying attention? Anytime you hear me talk about that family, it is about Biafra. It has to be Biafra-related matter. It must be Biafra-related matter. You can never hear me talking about Nke Fajikwekani, Canon Takano said my own land should be big, like the way they were talking about Palace, Asikwa Palace, all those idiots in DOS West African Limited, in Nigeria West African Limited, the way they were, talking how their mother was pregnant of Canon, all those nonsense. I don't engage myself to such rubbish, and if I don't engage myself to those nonsense, don't expect somebody like the Prime Minister to engage himself in such conversation. So Mazi Simon Ekpa himself has never, this is a man that I have worked closely with for the past 3 years, right? So I know his antecedent. I know his modus of operandi. Are you paying attention? And I know the type of discussion he will never engage himself with. I can assure you for that. That one I can assure you. He's a man of integrity. And he respects Mazi Nnamdi Kanu so much. You don't know. You people are not aware the kind of respect Mazi Simon Ekpa has on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You don't know it. You don't know at all. Let me tell you the truth. It was Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that really opened the eyes of the Prime Minister about the zoo and made him join the freedom fight. It was Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And as long as Mazi Simon Ekpa is concerned, he knows very well that since then, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has never betrayed Biafra. He has never moved an inch from his conviction. That's why he will always hold him on high esteem. Are you paying attention? Now, she's here lying. Insult his children. Can you bring any evidence of that?
You insult his family, you insult his structure, IPOB.
Oh, you insult his structure. You insult his structure, Madam Frontal Lobe. So in structure, structure. And she's not even talking about the freedom of her husband. Now, let's continue first.
Now, let me address him.
Address him, madam.
For years, I've just alluded or connected or just talk about their nonsense, automatic stupidity that they're into.
That is frontal lobe now, we understand. And we are about to enter into another kind of illustration that is going to, overthrow frontal lobe. We are waiting for that. Oh, yeah, go ahead.
And that was not enough. In fact, it was enough for me because he's a child. He's a little child to me. Now he behaves like a little child. You know these naughty children now, but if you knew such children in their village, Mazi, growing up, and they were naughty children then.
Uchechi, what you are saying is scattering my ear. When will you talk about the release of your so-called husband? That is what I wanted to hear. Uchechi, when are you telling us your activities, your actions? What have you done? Let us leave alone IPOB, Biafra agitation, liberation, and all that. Let us talk about, human being in question, the human being involved. Let us leave alone what caused Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's kidnap and incarceration. Let's talk about human to human. When will you tell us your efforts for the past three years? When would we see your effort? When how people are still listening to this idiot, this very foolish woman? When are you going to show us your effort? What have you done for the past 3 years for the release of your dear husband, your lovely husband, your cherished husband, this man that made you complete, this man that completes you, this man that gave you joy, this man that made you know that yes, you are a real woman, this man that takes you to the third heaven, this man, the father of your children? Uchechi, when will you stop coming to rant and talk nonsense on Radio Biafra? I don't want to continue listening because it's in I don't know which kind of human being be this. What type of heart does this woman have? This woman is beyond devil. This woman is worse than a devil. This woman is worse than a devil. I'm calling her, I gave her that name, Delilah, but she's even worse than Delilah. Delilah is just learning. Delilah now more on this woman. Uchechi, I want to, Biafran people are asking you, what have you, ordinary 1 year and 7 months, 1 year, 7, 8 months. Not even up to 2 years. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu stayed in Kuje prison for 2 years. Let me just make it one number, 2 years, though it wasn't up to 2 years. Just 1 year, 8 months to 2 years. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu spent roughly 2 years. This woman was mad. This woman was going everywhere. This woman was going to BBC. This woman was shedding tears, innocent tears, genuine tears. This woman was mad everywhere. My husband, she couldn't stay because that time she was genuine. She was genuinely fighting for the release of her husband because of what? Money has never changed hand. Money has not changed hand. Uchechi, could you please, I'm begging you, could you please tell Biafran people what has changed between 2015 to 17 and 2021 to 24? Uchechi Oku, sorry, God forbid. Uchechi Ekwensu Kanu. Because you are worse than Ekwensu, but I think that is going to be the highest, the worst I can give you. Uchechi Ekwensu, sorry, did I even put Kanu? Uchechi Ekwensu Ejiofor, can you please tell us, could you please, we are begging you, tell us what effort have you put in for the release of your darling husband for the past 3 years? Uchechi, what happened to humanity? What happened to hey, nah, I don't know. It's in about. Are you telling kids? Are you telling kids? What happened to humanity? Leave alone every other thing involved. Uchechi, what have you done to see the release of your darling husband for the past 3 years? You have no shame. You come to the public to tell us all this gibberish. All these nonsensical statements you are making. Is that what we are going to eat? Is that what the true Biafrans want to hear from the wife, so-called wife of their leader, who have opportunity to come on radio to come on Radio Nigeria to speak to Biafrans? She came on Radio Nigeria to speak to Biafran people. No be juju be that. Is that what they wanted to hear from the so-called first lady, the so-called wife, the so-called Lolo, the so-called queen of Afaruku-Ibek, the supposed queen of Afaruku-Ibek, or queen in waiting of Afaruku-Ibek? This ranting. You called him that small boy, right? You called Simon Ekpa small boy, and you said you senior him. So you came on Radio Nigeria to spend 20 good minutes talking about that small boy that you claim to senior. I don't understand. Can you please tell me, if you are listening to this statement and you don't know the voice of Uchechi Ekwensu Ejiofor, you don't know her voice, you don't know how she speaks, and her face is not shown there, then you never had us analyzing this, playing the voice and analyzing it, letting you know that this is Uchechi, speaking. If you had comment like this,
it was enough for me, because he's a child. He's a little child to me. Now he behaves like a little child. And these naughty children now, but if you knew such children in their village, Mazi,
please, would you ever believe, if you had this kind of conversation somewhere that has nothing to do with Biafra, platform, can you ever believe that this is the wife of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu speaking? Please let me know in the comment section. Blue vote. Will you ever believe, if you hear this conversation elsewhere, would you believe somehow that this is the voice, the actual voice of the wife of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Can you ever believe it, if you had this type of conversation outside Biafra platform? But look at the kind of discussion this miserable woman went to have in a place that used to be hallowed. I'm ashamed. I'm ashamed.
You're growing up, and they were naughty children then. So this person, when you're having a shower or whatever, somebody calls and says,
this is the lowest of it all. This is the lowest of it all. Remember, I told you a couple of years ago, if not last year, it should be last 2 years. I told you that the first thing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will do once he is free is to divorce this woman. Always remember that, because all where you can't wear anything I am here. Although, as she's listening to me now, she on a kwane sumi me. If on a sumi me ebo, they na another na coffee ali, or they Mazi Nnamdi Kanu na apota. That is what she's doing now. That is exactly what she's doing now. I'm not they are surprised. They can't say Uchechi, that's what you are doing now as I'm talking. That's what you are doing. But you will be shocked how it will happen. You will be shocked how it's going to happen.
Says, well, you know what I heard you I'll say I'm coming now. He will jump out and come and talk and speak rubbish. Number one, he's not comprehensive enough. He's not comprehensive, one. And I managed to connect that to Trisomy 21. Mazi, I want people to check what Trisomy 21 is. T for Tango, R for Romeo, I for India, S for Sierra, O for Oscar, M for Mama, Y for Yankee, 21, number 21. Now, that is a...
On your DNA on email. On your DNA on email for 3 years. Somebody wrote something. Oh, if somebody there in a comment section, Mazen the cano back and why? As a Chris, he said, Mazen the cano back and why? Now, Nekonya di anonime for 3 years. Onye di anonime for 3 years. Na fuba anya. He went to Lagos. He went this idiot, this devil. This devil went to Lagos. From Lagos to Abuja. He ended up in the office of our boyfriend, our man friend, Ifajune Jofo. Took pictures. They went to wherever they went to, have fun for themselves. At the end, they added the other one they called Iroko, Juggernaut, Iroko, Law Iroko. There's another name they usually give him. They say his son. They joined that one. They were taking picture. Onye dia no nanga for 3 years. Or all those jamboree, all those shenanigans, money flight and actually back to United Kingdom. Without seeing Mazinam the Kano. I went to see my husband. That was only thing that she said. How would you see your husband? Who authorized your entrance? Who authorized your passage? The last time I checked, you are not in good terms with Aloye Jimako. And it's only Aloye Jimako that has the power to authorize the passage or any visitation to Mazinam the Kano. Because your man friend has been sacked. He has no more power to decide who goes to see Mazinam the Kano or not. It is now Aloye Jimako. So who authorized your passage and your visitation? Thinking that we don't know anything. Have you forgotten that we also speak to, what? Let me leave it there. Have you forgotten that we also have access to Mazinam the Kano? Have you forgotten, not even we also, have you forgotten that we now are the people that have full access to Mazinam the Kano, not the criminals, the OS again, not even you, the Delilah, the devil herself, not even you. So when you are lying, I went to see on radio Fulani Nigeria. You forgot that people are listening and they know that you are lying because your man friend, Ejiofor, has no any access to Mazinam the Kano. And the only person that has the authority, you don't speak to him. And you couldn't have gone through your man friend to speak to him because even that your man friend is the worst enemy to the person, made himself the worst enemy to the person who has the authority to, to authorize any visitation to Mazinam the Kano. Be you who?
A genetic disorder. If you look at this little boy, that's disorder. And that makes him behave like.
Sorry,
what is that disorder?
Right now, I'm not picking call now.
Is a portion, is a third chromosome 21. When it happens to a person, that person will have a moderate intellectual disability, growth retardation, and some, characteristic facial features. So if you look at this boy in Finland,
frontal lobe has been, substituted. For those of our people, our media warriors, frontal lobe has been substituted. So it's now left for you to go and study the new grammar. So my fellow, media warriors, frontal lobe illustration has been substituted to the letters disability children. So now, to show us how educated she is. The only thing I know now is that Okogo Makande disability, which GNR compare our prime minister. Let's continue. Radio Fulani. Only DN for 3 years.
You would see that he escaped that disorder. Now, with all due respect, trisomy 21, because in this country, Mazi, if you go to the supermarket, you will see them working there. If you go to a bank, you will see them there. They're doing one thing or another. You go to them, the council, you will see them doing some jobs, doing something, pushing some stuff. Why is that the case? Because they have been trained. In this country, Ananya has special care.
Yep, they have a special schools.
Thank you.
Even though it's a form of learning difficulty,
Right.
But they have been so well trained and mannered that is almost concealed, and their characters sometimes can be very.
Let us assume, if not, please, you people should let me know whenever you are tired of listening. Don't hesitate to let me know in the comments, because as for me, though I wanted to expose her very well with whatever she will say, but I'm tired already listening. So whenever you are tired of listening to her garbage, let me know in the comment section, so that I have another video that I want to play, which we are going to use, not just only to expose her, but also to ask her question. Right? To ask her question. Yes. So whenever you are tired of listening to the rubbish she's saying, let me know in the comment section so that we can switch. Because as for me, I'm tired. I